All right, everyone. Welcome to tonight's soccer matchup. This broadcast is brought to you by the River Channel out of Hudson, Wisconsin. We have a beautiful night for soccer here at Hudson High School Stadium. On your screen, you have the Hudson Raiders girls team in blue playing from right to left on your screen, and the visiting crosstown rival River Falls High School Wildcats in white. And the Raiders get right off the bat, get the ball down. The crossing attempt, and they're going to have a corner kick here. So the visiting Wildcats from River Falls High School in white, playing from left to right on your screen tonight. Tonight is a youth night here in Hudson. Actually is a combination of Hudson and River Falls. Big corner kick in. It's a nice ball, dangerous spot, but adeptly handled by Neva Espinay of the Wildcats there. Nice play on her because that was a tight ball to the goal there. Raiders defense all over the play here. Again, it's youth night here, and that is to pay a little bit of tribute to the youth soccer programs here in the St. Croix River Valley, and just recently in the last couple of years or so, River Falls and Hudson soccer programs have combined into the Western Wisconsin Soccer Club. So a nice night with both these high school teams here to celebrate the great youth soccer that goes on here in the St. Croix River Valley. Raiders continue to pressure. Cross on there, but a little hard to handle. And a big ball in. A little high, a little wide. Nice left-footed ball, though, by, I think that's Ali Stubendick out there. And it's going to be a goal kick for the Wildcats. Kick out there, handled by number 9, Britta Holter of the Raiders, but turnover there by the Raiders. Going to be a free kick for the Wildcats. Referee's calling that ball back. You got to let the ball, it can't be moving when you kick it, so sometimes you can get a little bit away with that, but ref was watching this time and calls it back. Doesn't really hurt you, although if you're trying to put a surprise on the other team, it can, but not in this case. Raiders with the clear. Raiders on the ball. Hard foul by Natalie Ramthen of the Raiders, and that's going to turn the ball over. Couple hard hits from behind, can get away with a little bit of that, but you're not going to get away with it too much. Ball up to the midfield for the Wildcats, but taken by number 7, Maggie McConnell there, and another ball up. There's Ramthen again. Head out by the Wildcats, and a clear by River Falls. Out to the midfield, it goes over. It's a little foot race here. Maggie McConnell with the clear out of bounds. Going to give River Falls the ball deep in Raider territory. Still a throw in, though, not a corner kick. If you are on, oh, here we go, Wildcats with a chance. Playing the ball, no foul there. Good no call by the referee. Ball goes out wide. Raiders get the clear. Raiders again send a deep ball up. A little out of reach. That was close. Neva Espinay with the grab for the Wildcats, and that was pretty close to the outside of the box, but side judge was there, and no foul. If you're unfamiliar, River Falls is the neighboring community just to the south of Hudson. So these girls grew up playing a lot of soccer against each other in school ball, traveling ball, and probably competing in other sports too. And probably some of them even play on the same teams throughout the summers and winters for various programs for soccer and other sports. Just a beautiful night here in Hudson. Yeah, nice interception there. That's Holter. Ball gets a little far out on her, and the Wildcats, number 21, Maggie Johnson, puts that ball out of bounds, and the Raiders will have a throw in deep in their territory now. Nevaeh Tillman with the throw for the Raiders. Nice throw, big one in, gets a bounce. Goes over everybody's head, though. Going to be another Raiders throw. And that's a tough angle there for Ransonici to catch up to, and that'll be a goal kick for the Wildcats. You might hear the horns honking. The new Hudson Stadium is built right on the main road here in Hudson Vine Street that leads to downtown. Big move here by big cross in. Whoo! Heck of a play by the Wildcats. Hannah Kendhammer there to at least disrupt the chemistry, and the ball streaks through. But a big play there for the Wildcats. Throw in waiting here for the Wildcats. Raiders with the clear. Number 15, Gracie Nell in the game for the Raiders. Weird spinning bounce there off Tillman's clear, and it's going to be Wildcats throwing. About 8 minutes into the first half, our score is 0-0, and really no legitimate scoring chances yet in the match. Pushing foul on the Wildcats there, and the Raiders will have a free kick deep in their own territory. Maggie McConnell lining up to take that kick. It's a big ride up the middle. Raiders pressuring. A little disruption. Holter gets a shot, but it's unbalanced and not really the shot Britta wanted there, but it's all timing. It's tough to get a great shot every time, so get your foot on the ball and see what happens sometimes. So good attempt. Both teams are knocking on the door a little bit closer now, and we'll see what happens here as we progress. Good takeaway there by Big Chip. Chip by Stubendick, a little tight to the goal, so Espinay of the Wildcats is able to handle that one, and she's going to give it a punt. Espinay is a freshman goalkeeper for the Wildcats, so that's always fun and exciting. Get your feet wet in varsity play as a freshman. And the Raiders, actually, their backup goalkeeper, Sophia Yakub, is a freshman as well, and may see some action tonight. So fun to see young players on these teams excelling. It's clear by Maggie McConnell. Out to the sideline, sneaking it up the sideline. Raiders are streaking. Natalie Ramthen over there with attempted to cut back, but the defense was too smothering, and the Raiders end up with the throw. Throw in here for the Raiders. Nice flip pass by Britta Holter, but big boot in there. Raiders still control. It's a nice pass in, and Holter buries the shot, and the Raiders take a 1-0 lead. That's a goal for your Raiders. Number 9, Britta Holter. So at the 10:34 mark, the Raiders draw the first blood here and take a 1-0 lead. Ball kind of moving around in the box a bit, but gets knocked over to Holter, who is wide open. And sometimes those wide open shots can be the toughest ones. You see people a lot of times sail the goal, or you see them kick it right at the goalkeeper, but Britta Holter just buried it, kind of upper fourth of the left-handed side of the goal, and the Raiders take the lead. I think we've seen enough out of River Falls, though, that this game is far from over. Fantastic crowd here tonight. Combination of several factors. Big ball in. Raiders get a quick clear, but a little tight. Nobody home for that, and that'll be a punt by River Falls goalkeeper Neva Espinay. We've got a beautiful night for one reason, so that always draws a crowd here in the spring. Second, it's River Falls and Hudson, which are River Falls is maybe 15-minute drive south of here. And it's youth night. As we mentioned before, ooh, that ball streaking through. Holter again, the recipient. Tough line there. But Holter in the corner, going to try to get a little spin move. Tapped out by the Wildcats, and the Raiders will have a corner kick. In for the Raiders, number 10, Kalea Heyer. Number 11, Armano Ransonici. And number 16, Ali Stubendick. Nice ball in, a little high and out. Clear by the Wildcats is going to give the Raiders a throw-in now. Ali Stubendick with the throw. Big throw in by Stubendick, nice throw. A little head over by the Raiders, but cleared by the Wildcats. Big aggressive header by Maggie McConnell keeps it alive for the Raiders. Battle in there. Britta Holter in the Wildcats defense. Raiders play it back to Tillman, who's going to send it out wide. That's a nice ball. Kind of moved a little more slowly. A lot of time needed there, and Wildcats able to close the gap, but Raiders keep the pressure on. Big ball up by the Raiders. Pop up by the Raiders. Raiders not giving up on anything and keeping the ball alive, but ends up a Wildcats free kick, or goal kick. Sorry, punt. Big ball up by Holter. Gets it up to Stubendick. Who's that off of? It's going to be a goal kick for the Wildcats. In for the Wildcats, number 12, Ailey Lassie, and number 22, Elliott Bell. Minutes into the match here, and the hometown Hudson Raiders hold a 1-0 lead over the visiting River Falls High School Wildcats. Stubendick again on the ball in the middle. Taken by the Wildcats, though. Passed up. Wildcats looking for a little through ball there, but that ball got away. The turf can be very quick, and Hannah Kendhammer of the Raiders is there to pick that ball up and send it up to the midfield. Good takeaway there by number 6, Lilia Gray of the Wildcats, and turns it up the field. Little give and go there by the Wildcats, but Raiders are able to break that up. Ransonici controlling the ball in the middle and carrying it since there's some space, trying to send it through. There's Holter. Heck of a run by Holter, and tries to get a left foot on it, but an offside called regardless. So even though it's a great play, it's coming back either way. But the Raiders looking for those seams now and starting to find them. Ball up the middle. It's number 14, Raina Fort, disrupting that pass. Ransonici with a nice cutback move, and she's going to carry it up. Nicely done. Good to carry it when you can. Nice ball there. Little bit heavy, and will be a goal kick for River Falls. In for the Raiders, number 2, Maggie Salama, and number 22, Natalie Ramthen. Wildcats with the ball at midfield, but disrupted there by the Raiders and sent up. A little back and forth here in the midfield between these two teams. Through ball. There's Holter again. A little pressure out there. Holter tries to cut back, but 2 defenders there without a lot of room left on the field, and the Wildcats are going to try to counter. They're sending it up. Raiders number 8, Hannah Huntley there to disrupt it. There's Nevaeh Tillman in the middle. Lots of pressure from the Wildcats. Wildcats had a shot. She decided to pull that back. That's number 22, Elliott Bell, who just came into the game. Decides to try to cut back, which led the Raiders defense to be able to put an end to that attack. But Wildcats will have a goal kick here. That's number 6, Lilia Gray on the kick. Nice ball in. Britta Holter again on the action, coming all the way back to help on defense and breaks that ball up. Natalie Ramthen in the middle there, trying to sneak it through. Falls with a little offensive fire here in the last few minutes, but the Raiders here disrupt it. We're now getting close to the halfway point of the first half. Raiders continue to lead 1-0. Ball sent out wide to Salama. Aggie's got some speed. She's going to try to use it, but it was a little too much of a gap. Fights through it. It's going to be a Raiders throw in about as deep as you can be in the field. In for the Raiders, number 12, Hannah Lundeen, and number 24, Olivia Petty. Little battle there between Raina Fort and the Wildcats. Raina gets the clear, but the Wildcats end up with the ball. Salama now on it. Good two-person defense there by the Wildcats, and they get the ball back. Going to play it up the line. Last pass a little out of reach for the Wildcats, and the Raiders are able to take it and clear it by Maggie McConnell. Goes across the field with it to Holter. Holter again there picking up the loose ball, sending it through. Good clear there by freshman goalkeeper Neva Espinay of the Wildcats. Lundeen with a nice turn through traffic there. Nice play, Hannah. Good clear by the Wildcats. Wildcats find the open person. Nice ball there, and she's going to get a little chip in, but that ball was moving pretty fast for, I think that's Crayley Walker, and tough to get around on that ball. In for the Wildcats, number 8, Naomi Green. In for the Raiders, number 15, Gracie Nell, and number 16, Allie Stubendick. It's a good ball. Raiders get a turn, and they goes for a tough shot, tough angle there for a score, but sometimes you do what you got to do, and Wildcats end up with a goal kick here. Wildcats there with a little give and go pass. Tough choice there. Close ball. Hannah Huntley or Maggie McConnell there decides not going to risk it and puts it out, even though they're giving the Wildcats a corner kick here. Here it comes. Nice ball in. Whew. Tillman with a great header out. That ball actually kind of looked like it was going to maybe banana into the far side of the goal, but Tillman stayed on the far post and did what she was supposed to do there and got the clear. Throw in here for the Wildcats. Raiders decide to kick it wide again. It'll be another, actually I think this one's going to be a corner kick. That ball came off her foot a little awkwardly. Certainly don't want to give a corner kick, but it happens. Wildcats decide to play it short this time. Not a bad play. Helps you get a little different angle on the kick. That looked like maybe it was a shot, or maybe it was going for a far post and just got off her foot poorly, but good attempt by the Wildcats, and now the Raiders, Hannah Kendhammer with the goal kick. Big ball by Ken Hammer out to the sideline. Nobody home for the Raiders. Wildcats with the throw. In for the Wildcats, number 7, Olivia Derry. Looks like Olivia must have broken her forearm or wrist or something. She's in a pretty hefty cast. Sometimes those casts are there just to cover up brace or other things, because in soccer you can play with a variety of injuries like that, but you have to protect the brace or other things like that pretty heavily. So back in for the Raiders, number 9, Britta Holter, and number 11, Armana Ransanici. Raiders with the pushing the ball up the field. We've had quite a bit of action by River Falls. Probably the first 20 minutes or so, the Raiders really dominated time of possession and opportunities, but the Wildcats, probably for the last 5 minutes or so, have really held the ball in their offensive half more. So Raiders back down in their offensive territory. Stubendick preparing for the throw. Throws big. Ransanici with a good head over. Nobody in the deep side of the box, and so is easily taken by the Wildcats there. Lilia Gray with the ball. Nice cutback move by Lilia here for the Wildcats, and she's trying to send it right up the middle. It's a little far out of reach, and Hannah Kindhammer collects that ball for the Raiders. Ransanici in the center, trying to play it out wide to Gracie Nell. Gets disrupted, but there's Hannah Huntley with the clear. Good ball to the corner for the Wildcats. See if they can make something out of this. Decide to pull it back. Try for a chip shot, but gets out of the way, and that's going to end up being looks like they're calling it off the Raiders. It's going to be a corner kick for the Wildcats. Big ball in. And a header out of bounds for the Wildcats. Entering the game for the Raiders, number 3, Ava Brown. Kindhammer needing her shoe retied, but goalkeepers wear those big bulky gloves, and so her teammate is taking care of that for her. Then we'll get the goal kick here. We're now at about the 29-minute mark, so about 11 minutes left in the first half here. Raiders continue to lead on that 1-0 Britta Holter score early, about the 10-minute mark or so into the first half. Good takeaway there by Natalie Ramthen. Over to Ransanici. Ball gets off for a little hard and taken by The Wildcats sending it to the corner, see if they can make something happen. Got to pull back, and they'll red little cross there, but Raiders are there to head that ball out. Lundeen getting pressured. Tillman goes for the clear, but ricochets off the Wildcats back to Raiders goalkeeper Hannah Kendhammer. Another ball out to the corner. Wildcats playing that inside-out offense deep in their territory to see if they can get some crosses on, and they're so far getting it down there, but the ball's just a little too fast usually for that corner run right now. If they get that timing down, they're going to get some opportunities. Kendhammer with the clear for the Raiders now. Big header there by Belskow. Keep it alive for the Wildcats, who again are starting to balance out the time of possession here. Big left-footed ball there by Hannah Cook of the Wildcats. Goes wide and out, so Kendhammer with another goal kick for the Raiders. Big clear by the Raiders. Wildcats pick it up. Ramthan, a little battle there in midfield, and the Wildcats move it up. They're sending out wide. Crayley Walker with the ball there, but sends it off of Stubendick's face, I think. Tough timing play. Nothing you can do about that on either end, but that can be a serious play or that can be a stinger, but we'll take a short reprieve here and get back to soccer in a few minutes after Allie's taken care of here. All right, we are back in action here at Hudson Raider Stadium. Allie Stubendick there with the ball to the face, but was able to get off the field, and we're going to hope we see her back in shortly. She's not on the trainer's table. Well, yes, she is. She's sitting down right now, and we're going to hope all is good there. Actually, that is not Allie Stubendick. That is Gracie Nell. So we're going to hope Gracie Nell is doing all right there. Big clear by Hannah Kendhammer. Head over by Stubendick. Ransonici picks it up. Oh, inadvertent handball on Ransonici there. Must have brushed against her, and that's going to be a free kick for the Wildcats. Down to about 7.5 minutes here. We're going to have some youth night activities. Into the scrum. Raiders disrupt. Wildcats get the ball, but send it wide. That ball certainly didn't get hit the way that player wished it to, and it's going to be a goal kick for the Raiders. Little head over by the Wildcats, and Ransonici picks it up, sends it up the middle. Ramthan sends it out wide. Raiders are going to have an opportunity here. Kind of muscled, and that ball's going to go out of bounds, and that's going to be a corner kick for the Raiders. So a lot of action in the Wildcats half, and now the Raiders counter and bring it down, and are going to have a Good corner kick opportunity here with about 6.5 minutes left in the first half. Big ball. It's nicely placed. Does Rancinici, who redirected it with her chest. Not a lot on it. Like either a handball or a little push by the Raiders, and Wildcats get the free kick, but the Raiders take it right back. Tillman with a nice pickup on the long ball and gets the ball to Holter. Ava Brown over there picking it up for the Raiders on the far side of the field. Sends it up the line. A little misplay by both the Raiders and Wildcats there, and Raiders pick it up. Try to use some speed in the corner to get around. Ball goes out of bounds on the goal line, though. So a goal kick for River Falls. Big boot by the Wildcats there. Rancinici in the middle with it now again. Into Stubendick, back to Rancinici. Goes for a cut in, but 3 defenders there take that ball away. Lily Rouleau with a nice takeaway and move there in the center. Picks it back up, but again, River Falls starting to swarm on defense. Not going after people one-on-one. They're going after them two on the ball or 3 when they get closer to the goal. Tillman attempts to head it up. Ramthen with some pressure. Clear by the Wildcats. Maggie McConnell all over it. Nice header. Nevaeh. Good play there by Britta Holter. Gets away from her a little bit. Good run and play there, though. Nevaeh Tillman, an aggressive play there by both players. Tillman taking the worst of it and drawing a foul. Sometimes you add a little onto it because you're expecting to receive it, and you end up giving more than your opponent, and I think that's kind of what happened. But here we go. Big kick for the Raiders here. Big ball in. Getting close. Little head over. Ramthen brings it out. Offsides on Ramthen. A little delayed call there, but sometimes they delay it just because they want to see if River Falls would have collected it, they might have let it go. Just a reminder, if you're here for Youth Night halftime activities, you should make your way to the north side of the field right now. Again, youth here for the Youth Night halftime activities, head on down to the north side of the field. Big ball in, a little heavy. Oof. Not a bad play. Good ball in by Maggie McConnell. Good play there by freshman goalkeeper Neva Espinay for the Wildcats. I had a lot of pressure on her, and she came up big on that. Ball goes out. Going to be a Raiders throw. Big throw for the Raiders. That goes out and will be a goal kick. In for the Raiders, number 2, Maggie Salama, number 12, Hannah Lundeen, and number 24, Olivia Petty. getting close to the 1 minute mark left in the match, or in the half at least. Raiders continue to lead 1-0, but a whole nother half to play, and we saw River Falls start to equalize the time of possession. Other than the goal, though, by Britta Holter, not a lot of high-quality attempts on either end of the field. So a lot of good defense being played. 1 minute. River Falls again trying to play it up the corner. Nevaeh Tillman there. Lets that ball go out, shields it with her body, which you can do, and it's going to be a goal kick for the Raiders. That'll burn considerable time off what's left of the clock. Hannah Kendhammer with the clear here on the goal kick. Head over by Lundeen, nicely done. Stubendick with the attempt there, but hounded on deep by Wildcat defense. Maggie Salamo, the nice little heel turn there, but again, too much defense by the Wildcats. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. There's halftime. Please enjoy a snack at the concession stand or have some fun watching the youth activities on the field here at halftime. All right, welcome back, everyone, to the second half of tonight's Big Rivers Conference matchup between the visiting Wildcats of River Falls High School in white, playing from right to left on your screen. They are visiting here at Hudson High School Stadium in Hudson, Wisconsin, and taking on the Hudson High School Raiders, who are in blue, playing from left to right on your screen. Raiders took the lead, a 1-0 lead on a Britta Holter mini little breakaway type score at about the 10-11 minute mark, and since then it's been a draw of 0-0. So we sit at a 1-0 Raiders lead. Rancinici with a nice move there, but picked up by Espinay of the Wildcats. Pretty balanced time of possession this match. Raiders really started out dominating probably the first 10-15 minutes. Then it was back and forth quite a bit, and then the Wildcats really kind of held the ball and created some opportunities for about the last 15 minutes or so. So pretty balanced. Other than the goal, though, like I said in the first half, other than the goal, we did not see too many really legitimate scoring opportunities, though. So, as you can see, the Raiders 2 shots on goal, Wildcats no real shots on goal. So, a real defensive match. We'll see what the second half brings. Raiders with a quick pass and quick, not sure if that was a shot by Rancinici. Sometimes you do those little timing plays where you're sending it to the post, and she might have been hoping Holter was going to be streaking in, but that play developed way too fast for Holter to pick that up and make something happen. But sort of what happens is you get trained to play the middle and then play it to a post, and where your teammates are programmed to run for those posts, expecting the ball to be there. So anyway, Nevaeh Tillman with the throw here. Lundeen doing her best to get to it, but just a little out of reach, and that's going to be a goal kick for the Raiders. Again, this broadcast is brought to you by the River Channel Broadcasting out of Hudson, Wisconsin. I'm joined on the technical side by my colleague and friend John Tangen, who runs the camera, the sound. Big ball by the Raiders there. Good opportunity there, but a little high and a little wide. But again, thanks to John for his good work making everything happen here. I show up and talk. My name's Jeff Ion, and coached soccer for a long time here in Hudson and elsewhere, and enjoy being part of Hudson soccer here. It's a fun night here with the youth night here at Hudson Stadium. Hudson and River Falls are joint communities, as I mentioned in the first half, and in the last few years they've combined to form the Western Wisconsin Soccer Club. So rather than having two smaller clubs that would sometimes struggle to put full rosters together and age groups, they put them together for a more solid program, and one that provides some more opportunities for players to stay here in the St. Croix River Valley on the Wisconsin side and play soccer here instead of always going elsewhere. So youth night, it's a perfect night for it, with River Falls and Hudson taking each other on, and it's a beautiful night. All right, that's Allie Stubendick in the corner making some moves and putting it off number 7, Olivia Derry, and the Raiders are going to have a corner kick here at about the 44-minute mark. Maggie McConnell lining up to take this kick. Gets the ball in, sends it wide. So River Falls avoids that attack, and we'll have a goal kick here. See if they can get the ball moving on the offensive end for them. Quick ball in. Raiders get it. They send it out wide. Stubendick. And Allie gets a little too much under it, and that ball goes high and wide. A lot goes into a really high-quality shot. I think sometimes it's hard to understand that if you've never played. You're using your feet, which most people are not used to, and even soccer players, your hands are much more comfortable than your feet. So you're using your feet, and then you got to rely on the timing of that ball, the spin of the ball, the bounce of the ball, wondering where the defense is coming from, and it all combines to make a really good shot. Tough to put it all together every time you get the ball. We're stopping the clock here. Oop, I think he wants the clock stopped. There we go. Yep. Looks like not happy with the ball, it looks like. A referee, maybe the goalkeeper detected it's a little flat. Referee checked it out and agreed and sent it over, and we got a new ball. And now we're ready to go. Yeah, there you go. That does not happen often. Usually the clock only stops for a goal or a big penalty or an injury. So saw it a lot as a coach, but as an announcer, that might be the first deflated ball issue I've seen in my 3 years of announcing here for Hudson. Little shoulder foul there by the Raiders, and the Wildcats with the free kick. Petty with a nice little pass over to Lundeen. Stubendick gets a big surge, but a little bit off on the timing a hair. McConnell there with a good takeaway, sends it out of bounds. That's going to be a throw-in for the Wildcats. Throw in there for the Wildcats. Ransonici harassing on defense and sets up Tillman for a nice takeaway. Two Raiders go down on that takeaway, but they hold on to the ball. Ramthen in the corner. Does a quick cutback. Nice play. Sends a nice ball across. Oh, a little too tight to the goal. Petty can't reach it, and that ball goes out of bounds, but nice cutback play by Natalie Ramthen to keep things going for the Raiders. That's number 2, Maggie Salama in the game for the Raiders. Big clear, and there's Maggie Salama right there with the ball. Olivia Petty harassing on defense there. Wildcats played around nicely. Tillman goes for the clear. A little bit awkward ball for her, and she doesn't get a heavy foot on it, but still disrupts the play, which is the main goal. Wildcats moving it around. That's a really nice play. Unfortunately, the winger was not there to pick it up. But River Falls will maintain the throw in here. Tillman with a big clear. Good left-footed clear there. And Rancinici on the ball. Hannah Lundeen chasing it down and sending it out wide. Goes Natalie Ramthen. Ooh. Looked like possibly went out of bounds. Thought there might have been a handball there, but the side judge was right there, so I must have been seeing things. In for the Raiders, number 10, Kalea Heyer, and number 21, Lily Rouleau. Wildcats throw here. We're now at about 10 minutes into the second half. Raiders continue to lead 1-0. River Falls, again, probably leading possession so far in these 10 minutes. It's close. Good balanced game here, but again, still not a lot of scoring opportunities. Salama throws it in quick, gets down to Ramthen. Gets a nice takeaway. Good cross across. Raiders just not on the same wavelength on their crosses. Those are two nice crossing plays, and just no one there to meet them, which happens. Again, that's not necessarily anything they're doing wrong. It's just the timing of everything. Ramthen had a nice takeaway there, but not everybody probably was expecting her to take that ball away, and her offensive teammates weren't where she ideally wanted them because of that. So it's all, again, timing of everything to make these goals happen. Wildcats again with a play here. Can be a Raiders throw in now. Number 3, Ava Brown in the game for the Raiders. Wildcats again, trying to make something happen. Streaking to the corner, cutting back. Goes for a quick left-footed cross, but gets disrupted by the Raiders, and it'll be a throw-in. Wildcats again with the ball. Playing it around the middle. Ball gets away, and Rouleau with a nice step-up clear for the Raiders. Good defense there by the Raiders, breaking things up. Rancinici sending it out long and wide. Brown trying to chase it down, and that ball just too far out of reach. And another Wildcats throw-in. Well, off of Ava Brown there again, and that'll be another Wildcats throw-in. Not much wind tonight. I'm looking at the flags lightly blowing, so not a lot of advantage. If there is an advantage, the Raiders have it right now for the wind. But doesn't appear to be much. Big ball up. Rancinici's going to chase that down. Wildcats get there, but Rancinici puts that ball out. Be another Wildcats throw. Big ball up by McConnell. Cleared by the Wildcats. Wildcats got it deep. Can make something happen. They send it across. Gets away from Kendhammer, but again, kind of like the Raiders face. It's a little bit of a surprise to maintain control of the ball that deep, and the cross is beautiful, and it was in the right place, but no one was there timing-wise to take advantage, which again, it happens to everybody. We've seen it on both ends here. Ramthan with the takeaway and a control. Keeps it going forward. There's Rancinici with a cutback. Nice play. Tries to send it wide and long, but taken away there by number 17, Belskow of the Wildcats. Clear by the Wildcats. Tillman with the boot up. Again, a little out of reach. Raiders playing some of those long balls, and they're a little out of reach. And we got a whole bunch of Raiders coming in. 6, 16, 9. In for the Raiders, number 6, Sophie Bass. Number 9, Britta Holter. Number 12, Hannah Lundeen. Number 16, Allie Stubendick. And number 24, Olivia Petty. All right, Raiders with a throw deep in their territory. Looking to make something happen. 1-goal lead is far from comfortable for anybody. Big ball in. Lundeen with a nice head over, but a little wide. And it'll be a goal kick for the River Falls Wildcats. Britta Holter there taking that long ball. Nevaeh Tillman with a nice takeaway clear there. It's Hannah Lundeen now with the ball. Holter fighting it out on the sideline. Nice turn. Tries to send it up the line, but nobody there. Really a defensive battle, just back and forth. Few opportunities for scoring here. Both teams have had some crosses that were beautiful, but nobody there. Other than the one goal by Holter at the 10-minute mark. It's a nice cross there. That's a nice play. But River Falls defense holds strong. Heads that ball out. Maggie Salama on it now for the Raiders. Big ball in. Hannah Huntley was trying to chip it in, got a little more on it than I think she wanted, but it made for a interesting ball in that just sailed above the crossbar by a bit. Olivia Petty now in the middle with Lundeen trying to fight that ball out. Salama with the foul. It's going to be a Wildcats free kick. This is a potentially dangerous spot. Can probably put the ball into the scoring area. Number 21, Maggie Johnson taking this kick. It's a nice ball. Sets it up. Woo! What a play by Kendhammer. River Falls moving right in there. Kendhammer grabs the ball. Those kind of collisions happen. No foul necessarily. It might have called a foul, I guess, but can't blame the offensive player for going in. Didn't go in hard. I think they sort of made for a soft landing there, actually. And but a great play by Kendhammer. She knew the offense was coming, but she fearlessly took that ball out. River Falls again knocking on the door a little bit. Raiders sending it out wide, but too much, too far for Petty, and Wildcats with the throw. We're halfway through the second half, and it's been some good soccer, some great defense, and the Raiders are holding on to that first goal they scored at about the 10-minute mark, and it's been a good defensive match so far. Salama there, working the ball around. Nice takeaway and turn by Natalie Roestert. Raiders with a nice takeaway of their own, though. That's Holter over there. Holter with a nice crossover pass there, too. Tillman with a great takeaway there. Raiders again try to push that ball up the middle and gets too far ahead of the forwards and taken by River Falls. A little miscue there in the midfield by the Wildcats. The Raiders are going to get a throw in here. River Falls hoping to get something on the board here and tie this up, and the Raiders conversely trying to get an insurance goal here. Anything can happen in a 1-0 game. River Falls throw in here. Salama with a nice step up there. Petty with the ball. Tries to sneak in a low left-footed shot. Sends it wide, and another goal kick for the Wildcats. About 17 and a half minutes left in the match. Still a lot of daylight here, which is fantastic. We all love this time of year. The days are long and pleasant. Number 11, Armana Rancinici, in for the Raiders. Tillman with a throw here. Wildcats trying to switch the field. They do so nicely, and they've got send it through. It's a really nice play. Good ball by Addison Lemke, but was offside, appeared quite a couple steps off. The rule really is that it's when the ball is kicked, and usually people are watching the ball and not watching who's receiving the ball to see if they're offside. And by the time the ball is kicked into the receiver, they don't look offside, but it's when the ball is kicked actually, and that's the role of the side judges, to not watch the ball but to watch that player and where they're positioned. Now that is not offside, and there is a breakaway for the Wildcats, and they deliver. Nicely placed. Raiders played that fine line of not wanting to get a penalty kick, and Olivia Derry with the goal for the Wildcats. And that's a goal for the Wildcats. Number 7, Olivia Derry with the score. All right, so now we've got a ball game, folks. Each team with a interesting score like that. The Raiders kind of getting the ball planted with them right in the box, and delivered strongly by Britta Holter, and now Olivia Derry of the Wildcats with a Wildcats had a very similar breakaway called back about 30 seconds earlier on an offsides, and then they come right back with another one. So this time it was Derry with the score, and we got a 1-1 game with about 15 and a half minutes left. Intensity is going to ratchet up now because both teams want to score one more before the end of this one. Got a pause in the action. Referee is explaining something to the River Falls coach. Not sure what's going on. Actually carding the River Falls coach. Usually you're not too upset after your team ties the score on a beautiful goal. So not sure what's going on there. May have been a little irritated about the first offsides call, but it's tough to make that call when you're 40 yards away from it, but I'm not sure if that's what it was or not. Anyway, we're moving on. 1-1 game now, and I think we're definitely going to see the intensity go up. Here we go. Tough bounce there for the Raiders. Yeah, that is a pretty blatant foul there. Push down. It's going to be a card. Raiders will get a free kick off the yellow card. That's number 18 with the yellow card, so Crayley Walker. Yeah, As we said, it's going to ratchet up in intensity, and we've seen 2 yellow cards right away. Neither team wants a tie here, I can tell you that. So composure is a big part of making something happen here, though, and we'll see how the rest of this match plays out. Holter on the sprint on defense, sticking with it. Nice play. The biggest mistake some defenders make on those plays is going for the ball too early. Generally, if you stay stride for stride on defense, the offense will mess up somewhere with the ball, and not always, but usually. And but it's got to be patience on defense, and Holter did a nice job on that. Ball gets in. River Falls getting a second opportunity there, but sends it high and wide. We have some substitutes here. In for the Wildcats, number 3, Hannah Cook. And in for the Raiders, number 19, Nevaeh Tillman. Big clear by the Raiders. Off the goal kick. Wildcats take it back. Sending it out wide. Nobody there, so Tillman's going to collect this one. Sends it up the line. Referee's stopping the clock again. I think perhaps Lundine's got an injury or maybe a bloody nose. It's usually what's going on there. So in for the Raiders, number 10, Kalea Heyer. All right, so down to just under 13 minutes left in the match. Tillman gets the drop ball, sends it up to Stubendick, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be a Wildcats throw-in. Two really nice goals tonight. Again, not a lot of scoring opportunities, but two beautiful goals. Holter's first goal, well-placed shot, delivered nicely, and then the breakaway with a little bit of defensive pressure on the side, able to slip it past the goalie, and Raiders defense played it, didn't want to put too much on and risk a PK, and it's the fine line you play, but a well-placed shot there by Lilia Gray. Good takeaway there by Kalea Heyer. Sends it in. Good shot by the Raiders. Allie Stubendick takes a shot from distance, but she drilled that one, but sailed it a little high and a little wide. So number 18, Craylee Walker, back in the game for the Wildcats. So off the yellow card, Craylee Walker back in the match. With a yellow card, you do have to exit the game. Sometimes it's just for a second, but you do have to exit the game. Raiders putting some pressure on there, but send it in to goalkeeper Neva Espinay for the Wildcats. Ransonici with the pass out. Here comes Stubendick. This could be dangerous. It's a little out of her reach. Can't quite get that left foot around. It's awfully tough on that because you really have to kind of get your body in the right spot to cross the ball on the fly like that. And most players are usually stronger with the right foot. And Stubendick makes a great attempt, but goes out of bounds for a free kick. We are now down to about 10 minutes left in the match. The 1-1 score. Tillman goes for the clear, but disrupted by the Wildcats. Raiders with a nice pass out. Tillman picks it up on the sideline, sends it up. Nobody home necessarily, and the Wildcats get the clear. Ransonici with some pressure from behind. Ball bounces off, and the Wildcats take it. Nice clear there by the Raiders. They get it up. It's in a good spot there. Well handled by Neva Espinay. Natalie Ramthen in there to make it interesting, but just to step off a little bit. Ransonici sending it through, but nobody there. Ramthen with the ball, decides to take a long shot again, and that one goes wide as well. She got some good foot on it. In for the Raiders, number 6, Sophie Bast, and number 21, Lily Rouleau. Down to about 8 minutes left in the match. Still 1-1 now after the equalizer by River Falls about 10 minutes ago. Hannah Huntley here gearing up for the throw. Tries to get it into Ramthen off of the Wildcats, another Raiders throw. Nice ball there by Salama. Lots of bodies, quick shot. That's why you try to get that ball in that sweet spot, because you never know what can happen. But good play by the Raiders, but no goal. I don't think there is in this game. This isn't, this is regular season still. So I think it just ends as a tie. In for the Wildcats, number 4, Kaylin Jalowitz, and number 11, Addison Lemke. Raiders with another long attempt, picked up by the Wildcats. We're now down to about 6.5 minutes in this match. This is a regular season match, and ties end as a tie. There's no overtime. Once we get to the playoffs, then we'll have some overtime situations potentially. In the chase for a Big Rivers Conference title, though nobody wants a tie at this stage of the game. I don't know the final standings, but it is, I guess, possible that a tie might be beneficial. It is later in the regular season here, so could be. We're now down to 6 minutes left in the match. Raiders maintaining possession for the last probably 5 to 10 minutes pretty solidly since the River Falls goal. Weird collision there, but no foul called. Salama tries to use her position there, and ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a Raiders throw. throw. Raiders calling a foul there. Maybe a little body on leading to the fall by the Wildcats. And free kick here for River Falls. Big clear there. Huntley trying to keep that ball in and send it long, but goes off awkwardly. It'll be a Wildcats throw. In for the Wildcats, number 26, Natalie Roastert. Big quick throw in for the Raiders. Not wasting time now with about 5 minutes left in the match, 4 minutes about. Trying to make something happen. Raiders, I'm not sure of the standings. Win might be more important to one of these teams than the other. It's a push down by Lilia Gray of the Wildcats, and the Raiders will get a free kick here. We're now down to 4 minutes, so the clock is a ticking, and Raiders need to make something happen here in the last 4 minutes if they want to pull this one out. Big shot here again by the Raiders going long. Lily Rouleau gets a solid boot on it, but that's a distance shot, and that one went a little long and wide. Down to about 3.5 minutes now. Big clear on the goal kick. Lilia Gray there with the Wildcats sending it deep. Wildcats seem almost like they're content with the tie here. They're subbing a lot and not playing their usual inside out there to try to make something happen. But pushed there by the Raiders with 3 minutes left, going to give the Wildcats a free kick. Lilia Gray, number 6, going to take that for the Wildcats. Sends it up the middle. Maggie McConnell with a nice play there, takes it away, sends it up wide. Ramthan chasing. Ava Brown chasing. Oops, sorry, that was Sophie Bass chasing there, number 6. Raiders again trying to keep that ball down there so something might happen. 2.5 minutes left. Still a 1-1 game. Raiders playing it back to Tillman. He's going to send it in to Rancinici. Sends it out wide. Again, trying to sneak a low ball through the middle, and that can be tough because that defense packs it in the middle on those plays. We're now down to 2 minutes. Ball sneaking through. Got 2 Raiders chasing. Ramthan just barely gets there, but puts it out, and that's going to be a goal kick. Now getting down to the last precious minutes. Sub here for the Raiders. Ellie Stubendick back in the game for the Raiders. Big ball up. Raiders just trying to get it down there and get in the scoring area. We're now down to about 1 minute and 10 seconds. A 1-1 game. Big clear by the Wildcats. 1 minute. Ball gets switched for the Raiders. Salama going after it. Ball gets sent out. Quick ball in for a throw in by the Raiders. 45 seconds left. Enough time to make something happen when you get the ball this deep, but River Falls defense playing strong. It's been a real defensive battle here. Going to be a throw in for the Wildcats. We're at about 30 seconds, and I think this is probably going to be tough for either team to score at this point. But prove me wrong, Raiders. Get the ball up, send it through. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. I'd like to thank everybody for this hard-fought match. Great job, players. Appreciate the coaches and our officials tonight. Thanks to all the volunteers collecting balls around the field. Thanks for everybody coming out for youth night. And don't forget, the players will be at the north end of the field by the stairs by the school to sign posters and give autographs. So again, thanks everybody for coming out. Drive safely.